Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. This is your captain speaking, and tonight, right now, you're going to with me, we're going to go through top games from the Dice Tower Convention 2025, DTE 25. I'm going to do top 15 games, and I'm going to tell you guys all about the con. Just going to talk with you guys for a long time. Life has been crazy. That's what we're doing.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Captain, urgent news from the General.
Why not really blow it up, Captain?
Captain's lost. Embarking into hostile environment.
I'm giving out options. But, Captain.
Captain.
No, Captain. They're alive.
Alright, first off, gotta shout out to the Crockpots. We have our copper Crockpots, Romantic Gregs, and Woa, Chrome. We have Jeremy, Bard, S Tier, Alien, Cameo, Joe, 619 Sports, O-Town, Camo Crockpot, Matt Rod, and Captain Crockpot, CityRunner. Thank you guys for your support. So, I'm just going to start us off with Life is Wild. So, by the way, I figured out a couple things. I'm actually really excited. This should speed up a lot of my before stream things, trying to set up slideshows, etc. Any hoozle. Heck yeah, beard face. I'm just talking to you, dude. Let's go. So let me move my chair over. So today was wild. Yesterday was wild. This is a game I'll talk about in a little bit, but it's just Airland and Sea. I'll just talk about it now, actually, once we get to the other pictures. Airland and Sea, guys, it's a great game. We did not play this at the con, but I played with my wife, went to a coffee shop. This is like last week or so, and it was a blast. And this is the sequel to it, and it was just so much fun. This was called Spies, Lies, and Supplies. Both of them, highly recommend. There's a reskinned version of them. I don't know how you can get it, but if you want to have a more approachable for kids and stuff, there's a reskinned fun version. I would definitely get those. I'm tempted to have both of them because the game's so good. But super fun game. And let me figure out how to do this, because this is a slideshow. So, and this I finally figured out how to do this, guys. This is gonna change the game, because usually I have to upload each picture individually, and I had 41 pictures from the con. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these pictures? There's a slideshow, so it makes life so much easier. Another thing that we played, so we did 2v2. I did two 2v2s of Unmatched. I want to say last weekend, and it was actually super fun. I love 2v2. If you've not played it, definitely give it a try, because it's just super casual, and it's casual and still competitive. Still has some fun things you can do, and it's easy to split up teams, in my opinion, to make it to where it's pretty fair. And then we did a really cool draft. It was a different kind of draft than I've done before. This was a crazy battle. Oh, let me back up. So I thought I showed the pictures. The way that we did the draft was I went through, took out all the S tier 2v2 fighters. I've done a lot of 2v2 in the 2v2 tournaments and stuff. A lot. I don't know if it's a lot. I've done a handful, so I kind of have a good gauge of who's good at it, who's not. You want card draw, you want action gain, people that say you can heal your teammates, like Tales to a Maze fighters, that kind of stuff. Oda's good. He busts his teammates, that kind of stuff. So I took all the S tier out, and then some of the A plus I took them out, and I took out a lot of the F and D and stuff, so that way we kind of left with the mid, and then I just dealt it all out to everybody, and we had 5 or so fighters in our hands, and then we did a weird thing where we were picking you put down a fighter that you're not going to play as, and if anybody else wants it, they can put down 2 fighters and pick that one up. We just kind of went in order. So I put down a fighter. Next person, if they wanted that fighter, they pick it up, put down 2 fighters. And we just did that until we were left with like 2 or so fighters in our hands. I forget how that worked out. And then we just picked one and we revealed it at the same time, simultaneous. It was an interesting draft. It was fun. And everyone enjoyed how they did it. So other S tier would be like Genie is an S tier. Who are the S tiers? I haven't done it. I forget what I banned out. It was a handful of fighters. Genie's S tier. But it really comes down to your comp. So you can build certain comps that are like disgusting. So like Genie with the wrong partner won't be S tier, but Genie with the right partner will be disgusting. I'd have to get back to you on that. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. And I'm about to show you guys. It's been a long week. So the next thing, and we had a really cool battle. It got down to like the end. It was fun. 2v2, highly recommend. I was Muldoon, and that was a blast. So this happened. Oh my goodness, guys! This happened yesterday, last night. So yeah, that's an electrical fire. If you know more than I do, guys, write it in the chat. Let me know. Put your comments and everything. But let me know in the comments in the chat if you're like, no, this is not what you're saying it is. Because I'll tell you what I think it is. I had played with Levi. We're on the couch. All right, we're playing. And I got exhausted. I was tired. All right. So I took a break. Just laying on the couch. I was on my phone. He knows not to play with electricity, or so we thought. We had taught him many, many times. Don't play with electricity. I keep looking at that camera, thinking that you guys are looking at... No, but you're here. So let me talk to you. Let me talk to you here, guys. So I keep thinking... I'm like, okay, he knows not to play with electricity. It's not going to be a big deal. We have a little gate. I have a little gate here. Levi's 2, okay? But he's about to be 3. And let me tell you, like, guys, a kid grows so much from the start of 2 to the end of 2. It's insane. I think more life happens in that 1 year than any year ever. I stand by that as of right now. And maybe next year I'll say something different. But like, he went from not like talking almost at all to like he understands a bunch. He can say a lot, and he goes from it's wild. I can't even remember what he was like at the beginning of the year, but he's grown a lot. But he's still 2, and I hear like I'm on the couch. I hear a like he was scared. I could hear that he was scared, and then he started to cry. And I got up, and he was at the gate. The gate was closed for some reason, and he was crying, and it was like escalating, getting like really intense. And then he's holding nasal spray in his hand, like saline. He's holding a child's saline spray, which he does it for himself with his runny nose when he has it. But he knows not to play with it also. But he was, being a little stinker. And so I'm like, oh, okay. Like, what? Why is he screaming like this? Initially, I thought, okay, he's crying louder now because I saw him and the guilt got him, which I'm sure was a factor. But I do believe something different happened. So I get over to the gate, and he was like, we're like, what happened? He could not say anything. He's like, he's freaking out. He kept pointing into this corner of the game room. He just kept pointing over here. I'm like, what happened? Usually, like when he's done that before, it's like there's like a creature, there's some kind of animal that's like about to get him or something. But I can't say usually, but that has happened before. And like, what was it, as soon as I saw the saline, I was like, okay, maybe he got shocked or something. And the image that I'm showing you guys now was not from, this is not what it looked like, by the way. This was later. And so he, we narrowed it down that it was the surge protector, that's what he was like pointing at. And he said that, we're like, did you get shocked? He's like, yeah. Did you get? And then Courtney touched it, and it was like, it was really hot. It's like, oh, did you get burned? He's like, yeah. He couldn't like tell the difference between shock and burn, and he had just had this really bad burn on his finger from 4th of July when he was playing with sparklers. And we're like, okay, maybe he just touched it and he got burned or something. He got like it was too hot, like PTSD kind of a thing. I don't know. And then, and there was no liquid on the surge protector itself. We didn't unplug it. We didn't turn it off. I didn't think about it. I didn't think, because it just looked totally fine. It looked totally normal. There was no sound, nothing, no sparking, nothing. We go to bed, wake up the next day. Courtney's doing some laundry, and she's like, hey, I'm smelling like a burning. So could you come check it out? And I came over here, and this is what I found. I found that like this, like burn marks over the whole thing. And like, guys, I don't know. Like she had unplugged it. It burnt through. It burnt through the surge protector. I don't know what burnt through the surge protector, but it melted through it, and the thing melted through. It's like a metal ball. It melted through the plastic and then hit the floor. Like, I just started weeping, because I was just like, I was in this emotional like okay, we could have died last night, or wow, our house could have burnt down, or like everything just started hitting me. Like, it was like, okay, this is actually wild. Like, this is crazy, because it burnt through the whole night. It just was like cooking the whole night. So there's a lot of like, I call them like God moments, where it's like, okay, you know, praise God that this thing happened. Like, I mean, Courtney obviously smelling the burn, that was huge. Going to do laundry, that's huge. We went to Gatorland that day. If she had not done laundry, we would have gone to Gatorland, come home, and who knows what we'd come home to, if we come home to a home at all. So just absolutely wild, like absolutely crazy. And then it's like, and you're like, okay, what do you do? He's 2. He knows not to mess with like to sparks and stuff, and like, but like, what do you do? How do you discipline a 2-year-old that has no idea what he's doing? He's just experimenting, and we found out, you know, he put the nasal drops into he kept saying, he's like, he put them into the blue light. So the blue light's the thing right underneath the anchor, the on-off switch. He was just pouring nasal drips into the surge protector, which I believe he got shocked doing that, which is why he started crying and freaking out. So he's not going to do it again, he says. He does not want to do it again. I've asked him. But guys, that was that was yesterday. So that fried the whole thing. And then today, I was getting ready for the stream to do with O-Town. He had to cancel at the last minute, so I had to pivot into tonight's stream. And I had to like plug everything in. And every time I had to clean everything off as much as I could. And I'd plug it in. And I was like, please work, please work, please work. And everything worked. As far as I know, everything's working. I mean, obviously the surge protector I chucked in the garbage. It's fried. It's gone. But everything seems to be working. I'm skeptical now. I'm worried, but also not worried. It's I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen again. I think if you put liquid on it, it will happen again. But I do want to get a GFCI outlet over there. That was wild. All right, guys. Sorry if you're here just for the dice tower. I had to include this. This had to be included because this happened yesterday. and like, you can't prepare for this. You cannot prepare for something like this. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Levi tried to do that too. He was trying to be funny as well. They don't know. They just know, oh, don't touch it, right? Beardface said that his son was being funny, sticking a fork in the socket, and then stopped right before he plugged it in. Yeah, they don't know. And you don't know until you get burnt, right? You don't know, like, okay, you say don't touch it, but you don't really mean don't touch it until you touch it and then you're burning. Or touch it and like electrocute it. And then it's like, okay, I'm not going to touch that again because that really hurt. You don't know how to cut correctly until you cut yourself, and you're like, okay, I won't do that again. So that was that. So now there is a massive lock on my gate here, and he can't come in, and we're gonna hold that until we can trust him again with it. Yeah, we're alive. We didn't lose anything. Just lost my surge protector. He's okay. Just a little shock. So praise God. We're glad. And now, for the moment you guys have been waiting for. Dice Tower. So Dice Tower was awesome. The con was really, really good. I'm gonna close that down a little bit. Con was great, and played a lot of games. And I'm gonna walk you through the games that we played and stuff. I just got pictures, and then I'll go through my list at the end, like a more broken down list. Like, here's my ranking of what I played. This is my friend Joel. We went. He's from Texas, so it was fun. He's not from Texas. He is now currently from Texas. He was my board game teammate. He's one of my best friends. We played games all the time, and then he moved to Texas, and so it was nice that we got to see him. There's the fam with him. Let's leave that, guys. Look how cute he is. He's the cutest kid. And that's little Noelle, little ginger baby. She's the cutest. That's my wife, Courtney. So right out of the gate at the con, we got into a 5-player game of Ankh. And guys, there's so many things about this experience. Ankh was awesome. All right, first off, Ankh was absolutely awesome. And I loved it. I really loved it. The table presence, once I get this painted, guys, even a wash would be incredible, but like once I get it painted, it's gonna be insane. But like, look at that, guys. Look at that board. So this of course, I mean, this includes the Tomb of Wonders and all the other stuff. I've got the Guardians. I got all this stuff. So you don't need all the stuff I have, but it was discounted and I went for it. 5 players. I really wanted to do 5 because I've done 2 and 2 was awesome. 2 was an incredible experience, and like it's kind of like chess in a way. With 5 players, we have the mechanic that comes in about 3/4 of the way through the game, where there's a merge. The merge happens, and I told everybody about the merge, and it happened. I ended up merging with somebody. I loved I loved what I was doing. I was playing like the long game kind of thing, but you can't really do that in a 5-player, I guess. And so the merge happens, and the person I merged with was not happy about it at all. They did not want to merge. Which to what I say is, then don't be in the bottom 2. Right? You can control it. As long as you know it's coming, I don't think it should be a big deal. Initially, it was a really big deal with this person. They did not want to do it. They did not want to play it. They were very disappointed. But as I motivated them, like, listen, we can do this. We can win. It's gonna be fun. Well, let's just go, just give it a shot. Their tune started to change, and they started to like buy in a little bit. We started like it was interesting because everyone else is by themselves, right? So we start making each decision by as a team. Compared to everyone else just doing their own thing. He didn't come over to my side of the table. That would have sped up things more. Because the way it works is like when somebody goes out, you move. You're combining like one person gets wiped from the board, and that feels bad. He got wiped from the board and had to come to my side, and then I get his points, which feels bad because I had to go down to his points. But so in the, we're like using teamwork and stuff, which was really fun. It became a co-op for us, which I enjoyed. He hates co-ops also. It was a tough sell, guys. But it was really fun. I loved the whole experience. He still says he didn't enjoy it at all, but I think I'm not sure how he feels about it. Like really like deep down. Everyone else enjoyed it. It was a great experience. So that was Ankh, 5-player. I recommend it highly. We had we played Star Wars. It's just a regular Star Wars deck building game. I taught Joel. That was fun, and he enjoyed it. We played a couple games of it. It's a classic game. Classic. You guys know how I feel about it. It's one of my favorite games. Really quick. Not really quick. It's a nice, meaty deck building game that's in a small package, and he really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed it. That first night, so the first night we didn't play that many games. Ankh took, I can't remember how long it took, like about 2 hours or so, maybe longer, maybe 3. And so then we ended up the night with Wonderland's War. Wonderland's War is a big game. That was my copy, and it's so fun, guys. It's one of my favorite games. You have to. I wish I played almost every game, right? Almost every big game that you're gonna play that takes a long time. You have to you should play it more than just cons, because if you're just playing it at the cons, you're forgetting how to play it. Then you gotta go back in the rule book and play it, and also if you're playing with the same group of people, it could be faster. But we had to get a whole refresher. I don't remember the guy's name that taught us, but he was a gentleman and a scholar, and he gave us the whole rundown. It was awesome, really helpful. So Wes, my brother-in-law, started out the game with us, and then he had to go to bed because it was I think he went to bed at 1. I don't remember, but he went to bed pretty late. Maybe it was 12, and then just a legend named Kevin came and joined us. I think Wes had just left, and I went over to a table, and I was like, "Hey, there's a guy not playing." I was like, "Do you want to be our 4th person?" He's like, "I don't know how to play, but sure." I'm like, "All right, dude, you're incredible." So Kevin joined us. Kevin was hilarious. If you get a chance to play a game with Kevin, do it, because he was hilarious, and he was just ripping on Wes the whole time. That was really funny. Wonderland's War, one of my favorite games. Super fun. We played that. We were the last ones there, and that's a feat. Look at the gaming, guys. There's a lot of space. If you don't have, if you can be the last people at the con, then you get a little trophy in your heart, and we did that. We got a little heart trophy, and it was a blast. Again, super fun. The game's awesome. There's a lot of pieces, a lot of components. The way it flows, though, it's a push your luck bag building game where you're getting. It's kind of like a Quacks, but way more strategy. It's there's area control, light area control, and some battles and stuff. Really good game. Definitely check it out if you can get a chance to play it. Do it. You probably won't just pull the trigger and buy it because it is expensive, but it's super solid game. This was cool. So this was a highlight of the con. So this is Justin. He is the one who made Unmatched, and it's fun to reach out to him when I'm coming to the con, because he comes here to the con as well, not to sell anything, just to play games. He's just there as a regular person, and I played with him last year for the first time, and then got to play with him again this year, and we had a blast. We played. I got to play some new things. I can't tell you what I played, obviously, but it's gonna be fun. The mechanics were really, really cool. Got to play test some stuff. Very exciting characters that we got to play, and I believe that's all I'm allowed to say. But that was fun. I was rocking the Muhammad Ali shirt. All right, Dune Imperium. Dune Imperium was. This was a fun one too. This is one of my favorite games. It's a deck builder. It was fun. This was my first time playing with my my worms there. As you guys can see, I've got 8 plastic worms. Wow, it's incredible. You don't get 8 plastic worms. You get 4 and then 4 wooden ones. And so I reached out to somebody on the internets, found on BGG, traded the guy. I sent him my wooden worms. He sent me his plastic worms, and that was cool. And actually, if you're just a little tip, if you are going to do that, it is cheaper to send the wooden ones. They just can go like in an envelope, I think, and then the plastic ones kind of have to be like packaged a little safer. So, if you like that, if you care, find somebody. If you like the wooden ones, do the wooden ones. If you like the plastic ones, do the plastic. But it was fun playing with my whole set, and I still love this game. It's just every time I play it, it's just a blast. We played with a lot of new. We played. So this is Dune Uprising, Imperium Uprising, and we played with the Bloodlines expansion, which includes introduces these the starter car guards. But you can see them at the corners. Those little guys. Introduces that and introduces I forget what they're called. Like these like tech things. The tech things were interesting. Don't really need them. The guards were really cool. Didn't really make sense how we get them out. I liked having it all in there. And I liked the expansion. It's not needed, of course. It's an expansion. But, yeah, I think if I played it again, I would probably just... With new players especially, I would have not played with it. I should have not played with the new players. I should have just played it base Dune Imperium Uprising, and that would have been a better choice. But we still had a blast playing it. We finished off that night with... this is night 2. We finished off this night with... what's it called? Cretaceous Rails. Cretaceous Rails... You will like this game if you like... route building games. So like Ticket to Ride. If you love Ticket to Ride, if you love those kinds of games, Power Grid I think is probably fall in lines with that. You'll enjoy this one. It was an interesting idea. It was an interesting theme. There's a lot of like just like I don't know. I didn't like it very much. I won. I didn't really enjoy it though. It was like, what did I not like about it? You have to pay. It's kind of like, it feels like you have to pay your workers. You have to pay. You have to feed your workers. You know, the whole mechanic of like, why am I feeding them? It just feels like that, where you have to get these trees and pay these trees to do this stuff, and it felt like the trees were kind of like an annoying thing to have to do. Yeah, I don't know. It was not for me. I totally like. This was the favorite game for one of the guys in my group from the week, and the other guy also loved it, and I think he bought it. I did not love it. Not for me. But it's pretty. It was a pretty game for sure. I could buy this game and Levi could just play with the toys, the minis. He would love that. That's Cretaceous Rails. It was in the Hot Games. Hot Games room was awesome. So this was like something that we don't really usually do as a group. We had a big group this year. So we had 8 people in our group. So we split up into like 3, and 2. No, wait, we had... Some days we had 9. The Hot Games we really tried to get more action in this year, which we did. I didn't even step foot into the... No, it counts, but I didn't step foot into the. There's a whole section where you can like go and see the exhibitor hall. I didn't step foot in there. I should have. I wanted to. I just didn't have time. I was always playing games, so I didn't really have time to go step foot in there. Kind of regret it, but at the same time, I got to play a lot of games. So, but the hot games was near there, in the same spot when they opened the doors, and there were a lot of cool games in there. A lot of cool games. Which I was watching the Dice Tower breakdown of the games, and they did not include all the games that were in the hot games in the stats, and so there would have been a lot more plays on a handful of those games that they mentioned, but it's okay. Look how pretty this game is, though. Very pretty. Gotta play Lord of the Rings Duel with my friend Chris. He's the one that loved Cretaceous Rails. He also loved Lord of the Rings Duel. This was really fun to teach him, and guys, this always goes down smooth. It always goes down smooth. This is just such a joy to play. It goes quick. The decisions are fun. They're easy. Yeah, it's just a good game. He really enjoyed this one. Unconscious Mind. Guys, I am torn. I'm torn on this game. It's a beautiful game. Beautiful game. Like, it's Vincent Dutrait art, and both, actually, Lord of the Rings was also. So Vincent Dutrait art, and it's a really cool style. I guess it's two artists, actually. The people, the real world stuff is by Vincent, and then another artist did all like the dreams. It's so clever. It's a really clever game. There's so much going on. The only way I would play this game again, the only way I'd recommend it for you to play it, is with the timer. If you do not have a timer, then don't care about how long people go. That's all I can say. If you don't care and you think like, hey, you can take as long as you want or whatever, like if long turns are gonna happen, AP is gonna happen. I was like, we didn't do a timer this game, and inefficiency kills me. I wanted to be efficient about everything I did, and I wanted to understand what I was doing. I didn't really understand the game fully until it was basically over. I had AP almost every turn, asking questions like, wait, how do this, how do this? I was also running on like 3 hours of sleep from the night before because we were up doing Wonderland's War. Maybe that had a factor. I do believe that had a factor. But I was just trying to understand everything. I won the game. I destroyed the game. It was like a perfection. Now, I don't want to play it again. It was such a thinking game. Like if you hate like inefficiency, if you feel like, okay, if I don't optimize my turn every single time, then don't play this game unless you're playing with a timer. And even if with the timer, you're gonna probably not have a great time because there's just so much to do, and there is a perfect solution, and you can see it. You just are gonna have to take the time to see it. And so I was planning out like far in advance, and just thinking about every single thing. Okay, if I do that, then I need to go there, but to get there, I have to do this, and to get to that, I have to do this first. To do that, I've got to do that, and I did that almost every single turn. You're having to think, okay, well, if I do this, it was a good game. For a lot of people, I would highly recommend it. If you love the sound of what I just described, or if you are so chill that you don't care about the score, play this game. You're gonna have a great time. It's very heavy. It was very complicated. The theme was really cool, and like my friend Joel, he's the one that taught us. Yeah, that's my score over there, guys. I was look at that score. What is it like? It's like 190 something. It was crazy. My friend had just played it. It was like a 4-hour game. He just played it, and then he was like so excited about it. He wanted to teach us, and we played it again. Yeah, it's a good game, Beardface. It's just and here's the thing. So I have recently come to the conclusion, I am not going to buy games like this ever again, because I can't get this game to the table. No matter what, this game would never make it to my table. And if I'm not gonna make it to my table, then I don't need to buy it. Well, if someone sends it to me, oh, I'll keep it. Yeah, heck yeah. Especially when I get my office studio, whatever you want to call it, I've drawn up the plans, guys. It's almost done. When that gets finished and I can actually like really dedicate time to playing games and the channels and stuff, then I'd be down to definitely like play more of these kinds of games, these heavy games. But with my wife and with the people I play with, I mean, we could play this game, but they already have this game. All these kinds of games they're gonna own. This is like their wheelhouse. This is their bread and butter. That's what they love. And it's not for me. So if it's too heavy and it's not gonna make it to the table, then I'm just not gonna get it. Which I'm very happy with. I'm content with that. And I only bought 2 games at the con this year, and I'll tell you what they are later as we get to them. But they were not games like this. And this is a beautiful game. Like, I can recommend this game. If you tell me what you love, I can be like, okay, yeah, this is a game I'd recommend. I'm not going to play it with you, but it's a great game. So that's Unconscious Mind, because I cured so many people. It's a really cool theme. This is an easier game. This is the kind of game. This is the game I'll get to the table. So this is a co-op. This was Invincible, the hero building game, a deck building co-op game where you're fighting bad guys and you're leveling up, you're buying new cards, and it was fun. When I get to my list later, I'm going to explain why things are what they are. This was a good game though, and I'm excited about the future of this game. Like, more plays of this game with the same group and with similar people, like, it's gonna be a really fun experience. Fromage. So Fromage was, I think, my favorite game that was new, probably. I have to look at my notes. This. Oh no. Not my. Okay, no. This is my favorite like Euro game I think that we played. This was just you're just making cheese. You're making cheese. It had a cool mechanic. The way that the cheese is facing mattered. So as you can see, you got cheese facing away from you, facing to the right, facing toward... No, there's no facing towards you. Yeah, but that would make sense. So it's either left, up, or right. If it is facing to the right, so after every turn, after every action, you're going to... it's all simultaneous play. Everyone plays their stuff at the same time on their little slice. It's up to 4 players. You rotate the whole board. It's a circle. It's like a Lazy Susan, okay? This is like the best Lazy Susan game I've ever seen. So you rotate the board. If the cheese was facing to the right, it's now facing at you, right? Because you rotated the board. Well, guess what? That means you get your worker back. There's like, you put workers on them, okay? The workers are the people rotating. And then the worker that you were faced away from you, if you had done that, well, you'll get him in that next turn because now he's also facing to the right? So like that's why if you look at the in that square in the middle, if you look at the triangle of the building, it's got 3 facing left, 2 facing across, 1 facing right. That's how many turns it is before you get your guy back. That was fun. That was a fun game. I won this game as well. It was a good one. Actually, I won a lot of these games. I'm not telling you about all the games I won, but the new ones, I guess I'll tell you about. This was a fun game. It was super easy, super chill, super relaxed. It just all made sense. And you can change out the there's these little sheets, the cheese wheels. You can change it out for different scoring to give it a little more variability, which is important because as soon as I finished, I was like, okay, that was fun, I enjoyed it, but this feels like it's gonna get samey pretty quick. But then I found out you can swap it out. That was cool. I did feel like my power was overpowered, so yeah, I think I won, but I think that anybody doing what I did would have won. So I don't know how to come to terms with that. I forget what my power was now at this point. But I was able to do certain things that was like, yeah. Oh, I was able to get cards for like free. and that action was huge because cards are like victory points, like objectives for what you're supposed to go for. So I had at the end of it, I had like 15 points. So I believe my thing was a little strong. I've only played it one time. I might be wrong. I don't know. Good game though, Fromage. I do recommend it. Definitely at least a one-time play for sure. So that was in the hot games as well. This is in the hot games. This was Critter Kitchen. This was on my list. I really wanted to play Critter Kitchen, and this was a good game. This was a good game. I really enjoyed it. So this was cool. I roped Justin into playing. That was exciting. But as we were reading the rules, Chris and his son Christopher, they had to go, and so then we were stuck rereading the rules, relearning the game. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna lose Justin. He's gonna leave me. He's never gonna talk to me again. No, but he did. He did talk to me again. And then it was cool because then Emily, I believe her name was Emily. Emily joined us, and that was a blast. So the three of us played, and I don't know who the guy is that's staring at us, but I don't know how long he was there either. But it was a good game. It was a really good game. What you're doing, it's kind of like what I would describe it as is, it's like Overcooked meets Grim Forest. All right, Grim Forest and Overcooked, and I love cooking games. A solid cooking game, chef's kiss. Same with movies, guys. A movie that has, like, Chef. It's a great movie. That's a fun movie. Burnt, the best food movie. Romantics Anonymous, incredible cooking. It's more of a chocolate movie, but it's still food. But this game was really fun, and this was one of the games I bought. I bought not at the con. I bought it later, and I bought the deluxe version because it just made too much sense value wise, money wise. So I had to go for the full thing. So I don't know. They might have got me. I don't know. I valued the wooden pieces too much. I was thinking about like the fit, like when you're reaching in the bag and stuff. If you're grabbing those cardboard, it's gonna be just like quacks. You're like, dang, this is I know what this piece is because we've touched it 1,000 times. That kind of stuff. But you're making these dishes for people. It's so good. You're making these dishes for a critic, but also for you're trying to duplicate these meals, and you're going to the different locations to pick up your ingredients. I haven't played it as a higher player count. I think that if I were to play it at like 5 or 6 or more, I don't know if it goes more, but if I were going to 5 or 6 players, I think I'd probably like combine some of the locations. I'd probably stack 2 of them. I thought about this, so that you have like 6 resources at the location, because you could have everybody go to one location and then you're like, oh, what? I'm getting screwed here. That could totally happen. In this situation with 3 players, it was really nice because it kind of felt like if you got screwed, that's on you. You didn't plan right. So there was enough strategy and depth to that at 3 that it worked really nicely. And it was always fun to flip over where I was going. Like every time, it felt like Justin was just attacking me. Like just like, okay, where's Captain going? So like I'd flip over mine, and first thing we'd both do is like I'm looking at where he's going, and he's looking at where I'm going. It had some fun moments in this game for sure. All right, Beardface said, yeah, I've discovered that's my struggle. However, I do have 2 friends that would play it and 1 person not to play with. So yeah. Talking about the AP with that long game, Unconscious Mind. So yeah, I recommend this game, guys. It was fun. It's a really good family game. That's why I bought it. I was like, this would be great for the family, great for Levi, and Courtney will enjoy it. So I knew that'd get some use for sure. This was cool. There was a service. Every year they do a service. I'll talk about it in a second. And this is the year I finally went. I don't ever go, but finally went to it. This is Lord of the Rings trick-taking game. So it was actually really good. It was actually a really good game. I recommend this one strongly. We had I guess in your group you'll figure out, you know, if it's for you or not. You'll play the way you want to play, right? It's kind of like if you play in the mind. If you're playing the mind, then you might just like, oh, we can talk or whatever. Don't, that's cheating. But if your group's okay with it, then I guess you're gonna have fun doing that. This one, I joined in with these guys. So we had 3 guys from our group that were Joel's friends meeting there. It was a complicated thing, but they were a part of our group, but like not. It was like, okay, are we gonna spend time together? We're gonna play with you guys. I hadn't played with them the whole time, and finally I was like, hey, I'm looking for a game. What are you guys doing? Hey, we're playing the Lord of the Rings trick-taking game. Come join us. Sure. So I joined them. They were on like stage 10 or something. It goes to 18, I believe, and I jump in with them, and we beat the first one. And immediately I start to realize, okay, these guys, they're not really, they're trying to like give as much information as they can. And so I didn't want to be like, hey guys, you're doing this thing that you shouldn't be doing. But also like, if you guys don't know you shouldn't be doing it, then I'm going to say something so that we guys can decide. And so I was like, you can't say that, you know, I don't care if you do. Is that what we're doing? If that's what we're doing, that's fine. I'll play that way. But you can't. And it's like, oh no. And so then we looked at the rules. Like, oh yeah, you can't say that. They were doing that the whole time. And what's funny was we got to the point where we got to this mission that was like super, super hard to beat. And we lost probably 4 or 5 times in a row. Initially, we're like, okay, listen, I've got to pee. This other guy's got to pee. But we're going to hold our bladders until we finish this thing. Like, we're going to do that. And we made it like this, like, we're like excited, this like hoorah moment. We're going to hold our bladders. We're not going to go. We're going to beat this mission. And then we couldn't do it. Fail. And they were still trying to do their talking thing. And then finally, we're like, okay, I can't hold it anymore. I have to go. And so we went. And then we were like, oh wait, guys, we were wrong. We had to pee. We're doing it backwards. Because right when we got back from peeing, we played it. Nobody said anything. There was no cheating at all. We played it straight. We won it. That was like one of the most exhilarating moments of the whole con. And so for that, like this moment, like this game was really, really fun. And I think that you could have that if everyone plays it like that. You'll have these when you fail, but you're just like, guys, we can do this. We can beat it. You're gonna have those moments of like, yes, you know. So this game was a blast. I'm excited to play it again. That's Lord of the Rings trick-taking game. Another Lord of the Rings. So yeah, 3 Lord of the Rings games if you're keeping count. This was a game that was described as Lord of the Rings with the mechanics from Pandemic. And it was... I don't love Pandemic, first off. I don't like Pandemic. This is the Lord of the Rings, Fate of the Fellowship. I'm not a big Pandemic fan at all. But this one, I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. It was not my favorite. If you love Pandemic and you love Lord of the Rings, then you'll love this game. We had some fun moments. With the right group, it would have been a blast. Okay? If you have a group of people that you like, hey, we watch Lord of the Rings every single blah, 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 blah. Right? If you're watching marathons with people, play this game with them and you guys will have an absolutely, fun time. We played with 2 strangers, so it was a different experience. This was in the hot games, and so I jumped in with 2 strangers. We didn't. One of them was kind of like alpha gamer, right? Like, hey, we should do this, which I can easily be an alpha gamer. I try not to be. I try to lean back and not do it. My friend as well, Joel, he struggles with alpha gaming, and so it was just kind of like a bummer, and he wasn't very positive. The person we were playing with was not very positive. It was weird. It was weird to have a negative teammate like that, but the game was fun. I think with the right people it would be more fun, and we had some creative things. One thing that was really cool about our group was that we all bought into the story, and so like we were doing this, as you're playing, this is what guys do. I don't know if girls do this, but guys were like, we're there. We're there in the action. We're there in the story, and so what we did was we took our whole group and we just ran to the gates of Mordor, and we just like assaulted them and busted in with our whole group. We did a decoy out in the front, and then I think we busted in with. We like went out through the back door with our whole, like, we brought everybody into the back, and then like snuck into the tower while all the Nazgul were out. It was an interesting thing. And then we tried to fight them all and kill them. It was fun. And then we destroyed the ring and we won the game. Interesting game. I would not want to play it again. I think playing it once was great. I don't need to play it again. If I was doing like a Lord of the Rings marathon and those people wanted to play it and they had it, I would play it. But the one play was enough for me. Very pretty game. We played Zoo Vadis. So Zoo Vadis. This is a game where it's pure negotiating. Okay, everything. If you're gonna do anything, it's negotiating. And this is our last game of the second to last game of the night. Last game of the night. This is the last game of the night because there was an eruption afterwards, which was chaos. But this will happen in this game potentially. If you want to move, you have to negotiate it. If you want to bring somebody with you, you negotiate. We had some characters on our group. Here's examples of what not to do. Okay, so Joel comes out of the gate in this game, immediately goes, "Hey, you two, let's team up. We'll move forward. We'll destroy these losers on our left, and we'll just go through and win the game." And we're like, "No, that's really mean, one." And like, what? No. And so then immediately from him making that declaration at the very start of the game, which he thought was genius, no one wanted to be his teammate after that. Like, no one wanted to do anything with him. So don't do that. The guy on his left, Wes, his move was, if he talked to you, he only said one phrase, which was, "Give me all of your money." So every single move was, "Hey, Wes, if you do this, can I use your power?" He's like, "Okay, yeah, sure, give me all your money." Like, "No, I'm not gonna give you all my money. I'll give you like $1 or $2. Like, no, give me all your money." So he tried to bully his way through everything. And then there was an ultimate betrayal. Scott on the right, Saints hat, betrayed Christopher, Chris's son, and he did that to win the game. And I respect it, but also like it was Christopher was like in high school. And like they had this alliance to like move the whole way through, and then it was like just a backstab betrayal. It was funny. And then I got to get to the end. There was some drama. Some drama happened. And there was some discussion at the end. It would be worth studying to see how people feel about it. Basically, the question in play was, is king making like hey, I'm not gonna do anything here. I can't win, so I'm just gonna choose the winner. Is that the same as, hey, I have a chance at winning if I can get to the finish line. I'll give you $3, $4 to get to the finish line. That $4 might help you win the game, but I can't win if I don't get there, so I'll give you the $4 so I have a chance of winning the game, right? And most of the people at the table said, no, that's obviously not the same thing. There's different things. But some people at our table said, no, there's other same things. So we had a big fight about that. It was late at night. It was late. Everybody was a little salty. We were tired. It's like day 3 or 4 of the con. We were exhausted. Zoo Vadis is a great game. I wouldn't play Vadis with a bunch of gamers. Play them with a bunch of just not like Eurogamer, like strategic heavy Eurogamers. This is not the game for them, for you. This is a game for people that want to play like Kittens. What's that kitten game? Exploding Kittens. All right. Play Exploding Kittens. Play sorry, if you play Exploding Kittens, if you play those like lighter games like that, or a lot of social deduction games, if you guys play a lot of Secret Hitler and those kinds of games, I think this would be a good game for your group. I enjoyed it. I have it. I had already owned it, and I'm not going to get rid of it. And I know who I would play it with, and I know who I would play it not with. There you go. All right, this is the worship service. We went there. It was cool. I was nervous about going here because I was like, I don't know. I just had heard I had heard that it wasn't great, and I had never made it because I was always going to bed like 5 a.m. the night before because you're trying to get the most games possible in. So, but I only went to bed at 3 a.m. the night before. I was like, oh, okay, I can make the service, and I'm glad I did. It was actually really cool. It moved me to tears at one point. I was just light tears, right? Light tears, because it was like, oh, this is cool. I'm with all these board gamers, and there's a bunch of them that are Christians. This is really cool, or at least here at the service. So that was fun. I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to try to make a point to do it every year from now on. Tom preached, and I thought he was going to do like a layup sermon, like, you know, John 3:16 or something like that, right? And we were going through. He actually preached on Solomon and the Queen of Sheba coming to visit Solomon, and how we should be, basically, can people tell that we are Christians, and can people tell that we love Jesus by the way that we are living, like how we're interacting with them and stuff. It was a really good sermon. He crushed it, and he gave like a 10-minute stand-up bit at the start of it. I was like, it was funny, but I don't know if this is gonna, like, where's it gonna go from here? But he did a great job. So that was a service. It was cool. Later, he was. I saw him setting up Cosmic Encounter. I was like, hey, I'll play. I'm in. He's like, all right. So Chris and I jumped into this game. And so Cosmic Encounter is one of his favorite games. And I've only played it one other time. I played it like 2 years ago or the year before that. I can't remember if I played it with Tom or not. In my mind, I kind of did, but I don't think so. I think, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was just my gaming group. No, yeah, it was after the con had already been over, so it wouldn't have been with him. So, but I loved it the time we played before. And we played it this time, and it was a blast again. It's a great game because the way it works is you got these like planets, and you are attacking planets. You're trying to get to a certain victory point to win the game. You can win with whoever gets there, right? If you can like have alliances and to move together and whatnot, like you're most likely that's going to happen. But what the coolest thing with this game is that there's this little dial. So there's cards, and the cards choose who you're attacking basically. So it's like, okay, you're attacking blue this turn. Okay. It could even be yourself, and then you would just be attacking somebody that's on your planets. I believe that's how it works. Or attacking a planet that's already been taken over. But it's cool because you're not like, there's no king making. It's like, okay, I'm going to attack that person because I don't like them or because they're in last place or whatever. It's like, all right, I'm attacking green. Like I had an alliance with green almost like the whole time because guy on the right, turn one, out of the gate, guy on the right just made the most insane play I've ever, well, at that moment, it was the most insane thing ever. Someone did something. Guy in yellow did something. He topped him. He topped what he did, and it was insane. But basically, he betrayed everybody. The guy on my right betrayed everybody at the very offset because, like, if you ally with people, you're like, okay, I'll help you in the fight. And then he did something, and it was like, why did you do that? You just had all of our ships die. So that was crazy. Green never broke her promise to me. She was reliable. Chris is a wild card in our gaming group, so I did not trust him. Yellow, it was his first time playing, and he was like just making. He must be the wild card in his group because he was making crazy moves all the time. He was constantly helping the people he was fighting. It was confusing. And then Tom, I did not trust Tom because he's played this game way too many times. And I could just see in his eyes that he was not trustworthy in this game. I believe I would have been correct. He didn't have a moment to like betray anybody, but I know that he would have really just screwed us if he could. But it was a fun game. At one point I had to attack green. We almost won the whole thing. And then we would have won the turn. We had like 4 of us about to win the game. It would have been awesome. No, it was all of us but Chris. So my friend on the left. We all would have won except for him. And the guy in yellow who we were teamed up with, which I told her not to team up. I was like, do not bring yellow in. We can't trust him. He's a wild card. I literally said that. And then yellow, she brings him in. And his power is he can give cards to whoever he wants, whenever he wants, I guess, or something. And he gave the guy that we were attacking a card that just says, like, you win the battle. And it was a fun moment. It was a wild moment, but it was insane. This game was the other game I bought. So I bought 2 games. I bought Critter Kitchen and I bought Cosmic Encounter. And what you want to do, so I asked Tom, I was like, what expansions do you need to have if you're getting the game? He said these ones. So Cosmic Dominion and Cosmic Incursion. Can you guys see that? Dominion and Cosmic Incursion. So there you go. From Tom himself. So I added that to cart, and I'm excited to play it. This is a great game for non-gamers, I would say, as well. It's just a fun experience. A really fun game. After that, so the con. This is our last game of the con, I believe. It was about to wrap up, and this is called Heat, Pedal to the Metal. And so this was a fun game. I don't know how I feel about it now. I enjoyed it. It's got some cool mechanics. It's possibly the best racing game I've ever played. It kind of had a feeling like, okay, this is gonna get samey. I'm not sure yet. But I did enjoy it, and I would play it again. And it looks great, and it plays. It feels like it really feels like you're playing a racing game. So that was cool. It reminded me a lot of. I can't think of the name. It's the biking game. Rouge? Something Rouge? I just sold it. I just sold the biking game. But it reminded me of that, but it was better. And there's some expansion stuff where you can have... I'm not sure if it's in the base game or not, but you can like have more variability. Like you can do like this draft where you're getting these upgrades. That was fun. I really enjoyed the upgrade part. And I can imagine doing like a whole like series of races, and that would be fun as well. I enjoyed this game, and I would play it again. They loved it. They after playing this, they were just like add to cart, and then they had a blast. And I don't know which parts of these are upgraded components. I believe that finish wheel is an upgraded component, and I believe the shifter on the board there is an upgraded component. Yeah, it's fun. There's an interesting mechanic where you're trying to like push. There's another push your luck kind of thing where you're adding heat to your deck, and you gotta get your speed right as you're coming up to the corner. Like there's a drifting thing, and there's like a drafting, and it's got some cool stuff in it for sure. And then after the con was over, we decided to do we've done this every year so far, but we do like a final home con, because either we stay there at the hotel another night, or we come home. We're like, yeah, the wives would like it better if we come home. So why don't we come home and then we'll just play a final game. And so what we played was a game that they really wanted to play. This is not my kind of game at all. What's it called? I didn't take a picture of the box because we were at our house. Dang. I should have written this one down for you guys. But anyhoozle. If you know the name of it, write in the comments, and I'll pin it. We played this one. I'm not a fan of... This was a very, very complex game. It had some track building. You have to like get power from a thing to send power elsewhere. And there's a whole board. There's some really cool mechanics in the game. Visually, guys, if you lose me at visuals, I'm out. And this one lost me immediately. I was like, okay, well, I don't want to play this. I don't know why people choose visuals like this when you can have visuals like Unconscious Mind. Like, can't everybody see the difference between these games? Look at this game and look at Unconscious Mind. Can't we see the difference? Am I alone? Anyway, yeah, you lost me at the visuals. I won this game, by the way. It was close. It was very close. I won it. I did not know what I was doing for most of the game. But there was a track, if you can see my board here, there was a track at the bottom that was like, okay, this is basically your income for the game. And so I said, okay, well, I'm just going to move that as high as I can go. I'm going to upgrade my income thing. And at some point, I will have enough money to do things, because I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, but at some point I'll know how to play the game. And then I'll, at that point, have so much money that I can then do things. And that's what happened. I increased my income, having no idea how to play the game for the whole game until probably like 2/3 of the way through. And that's when I realized how to play the game. And so then I started to... It was so heavy, guys. This was a heavy one. Now, every heavy game is made easier by watching it play, or watching, if you've played with somebody who's played it before, like, that makes it easier. But this was heavy. And we played it until like 2 or 3 a.m. It was late. We started at like 7. The rules, it was a long one. No, the rules, sorry, take that back. I think we started at 10. The rules started at 7. We started the game at 10. We finished it at like 3 or 4. Yeah, guys, this was too much, but it was fun. I mean, I don't want to play it again. I don't. The 2 guys that played with me loved it. This is their kind of game. They love this kind of game. I do not love this kind of game. I'm good at these games, but I don't love them. I don't want to play them. I want to make food with little guys. I want an easy game. I don't want to hurt my brain as I'm playing a game, Anyways, if I had the name for it, you guys, I'd give you the name of it, but I don't have it. All right. Let me give you guys my rankings of the games and tell you why I ranked them that way. I wish I had a visual for you guys. I didn't have a visual, and it's it's on me. We can do this one. This will work. Let's do that. So, let me get my phone out. You guys can tell kind of my rankings from how I talked about them, I'm sure. I'm not that sneaky or discreet or whatever you want to say. What in the tilty pick? So I'll go from the bottom to the top because that's obviously how you do these things. Coming in, so for those counting also, I believe. Oh, and there were some games I did not take pictures of. Whatever that last game was, I'll put that at the very bottom. All right? Whatever it was, I'll put it at the bottom. This is not like a, oh, I think these games are this thing. Like if I gave it a number, I'd give it like a, like a 7 or something, right? Or 6, I don't know. But I don't want to play it again. I'm not sure how I'm not sure, how does Tom even do this? When you don't like a game, but you know it's a good game, I wonder how that works. Anyways, I believe I have 16 games that I have here in this list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So for my top 15, let me start with the honorable mentions of number 16. And that would be Cretaceous Rails. So Cretaceous Rails, again, not for me. They loved it. I did not. I won it. I win the games I don't love. I don't love the games I win. What does that mean? I don't know. Coming in at 15, Lord of the Rings Fate of the Fellowship. It was interesting. It was neat. Neat idea. I love co-ops, usually. Did not love this one. I like it was, you know what? It was on rails. I don't like games that are on rails. Pun intended or unintended. Maybe that's why I don't like Cretaceous Rails. I wonder. Number 14, River Valley Glassworks. This one's not featured. So this is a tricky one because we actually had a blast playing it. Like, it was a fun... This is my enjoyment rating, okay? It was a fun game. I can't put it there. Can I put it there? What is this ranking, huh? We enjoyed playing it, but it was like a game that was like, it was needed when we needed it. Okay, we were all tired. We weren't really like, okay, should we go to bed? Should we not? What should we do? I don't know. Hey, and then someone suggested River Valley Glassworks. We played it, and it was what we needed at the time. Okay, it was the hero we needed, not the hero we deserved. And it's like a Zool, okay? It's like a Zool, but the scoring is more arbitrary. I won this game. I lost the first time and won the second game. The scoring was arbitrary. It's like no matter what you do, you're gonna score points, and people are taking stuff to screw you, and you're trying to take stuff, but it's not really that take thatty, but there's some take that in it. It was a pretty game. I think if you're just going for like a fun time, like you're just like, I don't want to think about a game, I just want to take some stuff. It's a good game for that. And it'd be good for a family. It's a great family game. If you play Azul a lot, I think you'd probably like this game. I would rather play Azul over this game, and so I'm not gonna buy it. If Levi and Courtney played it and they loved it, I would get it, but I don't want it. Invincible, the hero building game, is number 13. Oh, by the way, sorry. Okay, so here's the deal. This is these are my rankings from just these plays at the con. This is not what I think the game will be. I believe that this game, Invincible, is going to be much higher in my ranking, but from the con, we just played the there's a tutorial mode. So the tutorial mode was fun, but not that hard, not that long. It was the shortest. So we like started to build our engine, and then the game ended. And in games that do that, or it's annoying, right? It's like you're like, oh cool, I'm adding all these cards into my deck, and then the game's over. I didn't get to use them. Kind of felt like that. What else about it? So yeah, I can see it rising up. It could be better. People I played it with, they loved it, even though it was still just a short little thing. But it didn't scratch the itch I wanted, and but I can envision it being more fun for sure. Fromage was number 12. Oh, sorry. How'd I get there? That's wrong. That's wrong. Heat is number 12. Heat's number 12, and I should be writing this down, but that's all right. We'll get it later. I already told you guys about Heat. Give you all my thoughts on it. Unconscious Mind is number 11, and that is. That was a tricky one for me. Beautiful game. It's a very smart game. If you don't care about perfection and efficiency, and you're okay with just doing whatever, then it's gonna be a great game for you. I think. If you don't care. Yeah, if you don't care. Yeah. If you do care, I don't recommend it for you, unless you're gonna play without a timer. In which case, it'll be a long game, but it's a good game. That's a tough one. I don't know how I'd rank that. Like, if I'm ranking that, if I'm getting like a rating like out of 10, if I don't like it, does that lower the value? Shouldn't that lower the number? But if I think it's a good game, I just don't like it, shouldn't it be like a high number? Let me know in the comments. How does that work? What do you guys think? It's like, if I give it a 9, right? Shouldn't that mean I like the game? That's a mind boggler right there. All right. 11 was Unconscious Mind. 12 was Heat. 10 is Star Wars: The Deck Building Game. And again, this is just from these plays here at the thing. I would rank it much higher, but those plays were fun with Joel. But in one of the games, I kind of just like trounced him because I had I just made him discard everything. It was crazy. I had just like each turn he was down like 2 cards. It was wild. So it wasn't the most fun we've ever had. It was the least fun I've ever had playing the game, but we still had fun. It just wasn't the best experience for him either. Fromage, number 9. Fun game. I thought about buying it, but I didn't end up buying it because I just thought about the replayability. Didn't think it was that high. And I just feel like they're going to get it. My friends are going to buy that game. And so I don't need to buy a game that they're going to get that I'll play with them. That's where I landed on it. Lord of the Rings trick-taking game was the next one. Was that number 8? Yes, number 8. Lord of the Rings trick-taking game. That play was super fun. It's a light game. It's a trick-taking... It's like if you've played... what are those games called? The Crew. If you played The Crew, it's like that. There's elements of it that are harder than The Crew, but there's also elements of it that are easier than The Crew. I like the way the story goes. As you go further, it's getting harder and harder. It's an interesting game. I think The Crew is probably harder overall. But that mission that we played was really tough. I don't know what it would be like. I don't know how the people at my table that I was playing with, I don't know how good they are at the game. I can't know that because I don't see their hand. I don't see what their decisions are, right? They made some decisions that were like, what? But overall, you can't really gauge that. Good game. Number 8. Number 7, Lord of the Rings Duel. Such a good game. We had a blast playing it. All these games, by the way, guys, are like, from here on, from Lord of the Rings Duel up, trick-taking game included even, these were all really, really good experiences. Really, really fun plays. Cosmic Encounter, number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cosmic Encounter, number 6. Again, super fun. Playing with Tom was a blast. And the group that we played with was fun. Even though it was like, there were 2 moments where I just was like, oh my goodness, what in the world? It was a blast. It was a blast. That's not how I play games. I do not want, like, if I'm playing with friends and stuff, I would tell them, do not do this. You should always be playing to win the game. Like, just always try to win the game. I don't know why you wouldn't. But in this kind of game, it was okay. It wasn't a big deal. You know what I forgot? I forgot Vadis. Vadis has got to go in here somewhere. I'm going to add Vadis. Vadis. And we're going to move that down to... Oh no, what have I done? We're gonna move Vadis. It was actually very frustrating. This play was frustrating. I liked the game, but the play itself was extremely frustrating. We're gonna drop it down just above Lord of the Rings, Fate of the Fellowship. So it's going down way at the bottom. Cosmic Encounter, though, that was a blast. The same kind of thing happened in Cosmic Encounter that almost happened in Vadis, but it was just a very different feeling game, and that was a blast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5 was Ankh, 5-player. I really liked Ankh. I really want to play it again. I really want to play with the merge again. I really want to play without the merge again, like the 2-player. I'm interested in trying 5-player, 4-player without the merge to see what that feels like. That'd be a house rule, of course. As a 5-player game, it was so fun. All the gods feel different, but they feel balanced. And yeah, I want to get that to the table. It's a big game. It's a huge setup. That was a big con. Was that it took forever to set it up. Same with Wonderland War. Such a big setup, and I mean, Wonderland War does not compare to Ankh's setup time or cleanup. The cleanup was insane. They all left. I cleaned up for probably like 30 minutes to an hour, putting all my stuff back in the boxes. Critter Kitchen comes in at number 4. Really fun plays with Critter Kitchen. Fun play with Critter Kitchen, and it made me want to buy it. The theme's awesome. The artwork's awesome. I have not played the dragon one, but the theme doesn't get me. I don't want to do what the dragons are doing. I don't care about dragons. But hey, animals making food? Heck yeah, all day. Number 3, Dune Imperium Uprising. Great game. If I was really just ranking off the play, I think I'd probably lower this, but I'm kind of factoring in how much I love this game just in general. Number 2, Unmatched with Justin. It was a really fun. Playtesting was really fun. Unmatched was an awesome game, obviously. But my favorite play of the whole con was Wonderland's War. I can't wait to play it again. I want to play the game. I want to get Courtney. I want to teach her like ASAP. I'm glad it's 2 players. I'm looking at it right now. It says it's 2 players, 2 to 5. Because Wonderland's War is so good, dude. It's so good. It just feels so good. I don't know how to explain it. You just go around the table. You're picking these cards. That part's fun. There's a strategy to doing it. There's some luck involved. You're rolling the dice and stuff. Like, oh, I don't do shards. Oh, I got a bunch of shards. Oh no. You're putting your guys on the board. Ooh, where are you going? What are you doing? Okay, I'm gonna be battling these people over here. And then you battle. All right, you pull your stuff out of the thing, and you're like, all right, I got 3. Yes, I hit my 3. Awesome. Ooh, I gotta do this thing. Oh, cool, yeah. Ooh, I gotta do this thing. Oh, awesome. It feels awesome. And then you're like, okay, do I stay? Do I not? Oh, I don't know. Oh, should I stay? Is he gonna stay? If I stay right now, I get to upgrade this coin, this token. Ooh, I might want to do that. What are my objectives? Ooh, my objectives. If I can do this one, if I do, like, it just works. It works, and it feels good, and it's a beautiful game. The theme's awesome. The art's awesome. Yeah, that was a really fun play. I might have missed a game, guys. I might have missed one. So Justin and I played. We did play testing only. So I played one of the new characters. He played, I think, Bigfoot. And then I played a new character. He played, like, Sinbad. I played Loki, I want to say. I played Loki. And then he played the new character. So we played 3 games, I believe. And it was great. It was really great. All right. Well, there you have it. I'll put my list down in the description. You can check out the description for the list of the games. Again, this is not like This is not my rating or ranking of the games overall. This is just from the con experience, and I don't know how I would rank them because, or how I don't know how I'd rate them, because there are some games. It's like there's like movies, right? There's movies that I like. Okay, that's probably that's an 8 on IMDb for sure, because it's a solid movie, like well made, but I don't really enjoy it. So for me, it would be like a tier 4, you know, like that. And I've got tier 1 movies that are, yeah, sure, it's a 7 on IMDb. That kind of thing. That's kind of how it feels for some of these games. The biggest one would be Unconscious Mind. Solid game. Not for me. Not my favorite. But what a great game. I know it is. Just not for me. Another huge game that they loved. Okay, little extra credit for you guys. One of the games that they were just losing their minds about, which I will play, but I did not play because of there was some drama with Unconscious Mind from how long my turns took. Man, I should, you know what? I'm going to look this one up. I'm going to try to find the other one too, because you guys want to know the names of the games I'm talking about. It was the Luthier. It's like a music, you're making music. I want to say it's Luthier. But it's not, okay, it is Luthier. Luthier. That's another very, 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 very pretty game. I want to say it's also done by Vincent, but it's probably not. It may not be done by Vincent. It is. Vincent Dutrait did the art for that one too. Dude, guys, Vincent's top of his game right now. Just crushing it. And that game, it looks great. It just looked really complicated. It looked really heavy, and I didn't really want to do that after there were a couple of different moments with drama, so that's what happens. A couple games I did not play that I wanted to play. Galactic Cruise, kind of interested in that one, but also just another. I just tried to play games I own, so that was something I really was excited about, was just getting games that I already own to the table. So and it was cool because each time I played games that I was bringing from my bags, I was able to swap it out with a different game for the next day. So I had, like, Ankh was massive, and I got to get rid of that one. Played Wonderland's War, that was mine. Invincible, played Dune Uprising. I kept my 2-player stuff like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, kept that each day. And some games I wanted to get to, didn't get to. Can't wait to play Godfather, Scythe, Summoner's War, Aquatica, 51st State. I learned how to play that one, kind of just watched some people play. But yeah, guys, it was a great con, really good con. We were there from, what was it? I think we came in a day early, so like Tuesday. Got there like the night before, which was a good move. Because then you can just relax that day, do the hot tub and stuff, and then go con the whole rest of the time. And we checked out on he booked the hotel for the extra day, but we didn't need it. I don't think we ever need that extra night. It is nice to have your bags, I guess, there and not have to be rushed out for checkout. But when the con ends, everyone kind of just goes home no matter what. You just kind of wrap it up anyways. Nucleium, thank you. Speaker Games. Speaker, you're a hero. Oh, sorry, I saw that you wrote that earlier. I didn't see that. Nucleium was the game that I played. That'd be at the bottom of my list. It had some cool mechanics. That board in front of me was a really cool mechanic. The whole thing was awesome. That's why I understood it. It was great, and I was able to win because of it. But the visuals of Nucleium didn't do it for me, and I'm a big theme guy, big like visual guy. Design is very important for me. Not my style. I'll check out the comments in a second, guys. Actually, I'll just look at it right now. Lord of the Rings top 5 wish list. Big wish list. Yeah, I bet. Oh, man. Dune Imperium wasn't as fun to you as you thought it'd be. That's a bummer. What character did we play? I told you that one. Who won? I won the first two. And then he won the third game. No, sorry. I won the first game. He won the last two, I want to say. He played the new... We played two new characters. We play tested two characters. And he played one of them the way it should have been played. Like, much better than I did. That was cool. But yeah, some tips for the con. Seat cushion. This is the biggest tip I can ever give anybody. Okay, seat cushion. Amazon. Get the thick one. It's like, I think it's $30. The $15 one's okay. Get the thick one though. All right, that's one of the biggest tips. If you have your own collection of games, then have a cart. All right. Carts are game changers. This year they made us park our carts on the side wall. It was fine. It was totally fine. I don't believe anybody stole anything. Sometimes there are thieves, so it's always a risk. But no one stole anything, as far as I know. And I had my cart going all day. So cart was great. And then food, I'd recommend some kind of a food that's like, if you're gonna bring your own food. Something that can that doesn't need a microwave, because there's no microwaves or anything in the gaming area. So have a food that can be. What my best move was, I brought peanut butter and bread. And so there's like an eating area. You just go out to the eating area. I would just make my open faced peanut butter sandwiches. Boom, and then go back in there. And you're not eating for as far as me, it was like, we're not eating for joy. You're just trying to put food in your body so you can get back to gaming. You're just fill me up with food, get back in there. I think that's pretty much for the tips. Check out the hot games. That's a big tip. The hot games area is really, really good. And then I wish I had gotten to the other area. I think that's it, guys. I heard that Tom mentioned our game of Cosmic Encounter. Oh, here. So, again, Cosmic Encounter. What's this one? Cosmic Dominion, and then Cosmic Encounter, Cosmic Incursion. Those are the expansions that he recommends. I picked these up for, I want to say it was like 100. It was like if you hit $100, it was like free shipping. So I made sure I hit 100 or something like that. But this game's going for like 50 right now, I think. 50 and then like 20 for each of those. They were on sale when I got them. There's like a discount. I don't remember. But it's just it's a solid game. It's a very friendly, fun, low-key kind of game. And then this one, I'm gonna do an unboxing of this one on my channel at some point, because this is gonna be a big old deluxe monster. These are the two games that I bought from the deal, and I'm excited for it. Is the box too big? Yeah. Is there gonna be some lid lift? I hear there's like this much lid lift, so it's gonna go down some. But I think that we'll get to play this one a lot. I think that Courtney and Levi are gonna love it, and then Noelle whenever she starts playing. So, Dice Tower Convention East, Dice Tower East. Big thumbs up. I'm always torn. Okay, so here's where I'm torn. I don't know. I'm not like everybody else. For me, I could be so happy. Like if my friends just took off work and I said, "Hey guys, let's just play at my house for 5 days straight for free. Let's use the money that we would be using on the con. Let's go buy board games and play them, right? Like or let's buy food. Like let's just eat like kings for those days. Let's I don't know. You do anything with that. Like instead of spending that money on the con, let's do that. For me, it'd be the exact same experience. Now, okay, no, I take that back. It wouldn't be the exact same experience. it would be 90% of the experience, and I would have a blast. They don't want to do that. We tried a home con one year, and it was really fun. It was great. We rented an Airbnb. All of our families got together. It was cool. We played games, hung out. But for them, it's not the same. It's not like a vacation, and they want to vacation. And so we don't do that. But I really wish they would do that. I'd much rather do free to very, very cheap, and just play board games with my friends and play the games that I already own. And we can buy all the, like, we're usually playing my list of games. I'll give them, like, here's what's recommended. Here's what not my games that we play, like the games that usually it's like I look at the Dice Tower top 100, and I'll see which ones I want to play that I think would be good for our group, and I'll like rank them and stuff. So I got a whole list on my phone, and then that's what we'll play. And but they're not about that life, and I'm like, guys, be about that life. But so that's my tip. My suggestion would be this: if you have a group that's down for that, do an Airbnb, a cheap one if you want. If you don't want to just be at your house, Airbnb with a nice game table, whatever. Put a cloth on there, put a nice mat, and play for a week. Have a blast. You'll save money if you have your own games. If not, if you don't have games, this is the place to be for sure. The library is massive, and if you don't have a group of players either, come here. Okay, people are always looking for players for games. You just walk around, you look for a flag that says, "Oh, players wanted." You go play it. This is a very, very friendly con. Definitely agree with the whole friendliest con thing. Absolutely. We played with Kevin, who was a hero. Played with Tom, and the whole group is new. Like, just everybody we encountered. Emily was awesome. Everybody that we played with was super friendly, super nice, and I don't know if you get that everywhere. So if you need a group, go to the con. If you don't have games, go to the con. And it's a fun environment, and definitely worth it for that. Yeah. So the con was about I want to say it was $125 to $150 this year. It goes up every year, I want to say. Man, my nose is so itchy. Oh, it's an itchy nose. Oh, cool. So Beardface did that. That's great. The house con thing. And but yeah, it was like 150. So this is where it starts to get pricey, because if you don't stay at the con, then you're missing out on hours. You're driving. You're missing on game time. It really feels good to stay at the con. The other thing that's a big kicker is, if you don't stay at the con, then you have to pay for parking every single day, and parking is a nightmare. There's too many cars, and so finding parking is a nightmare. You have to pay, like, I want to say $20 every time you go in and out of the gate, which means, again, you're probably there's food there that you can get. It's like $15, I want to say, for food. Was the minimum 15? It might have been 13 minimum. And but you're paying for food, you're paying for parking. If you're gonna eat out to try to save money that way, then you're paying for parking tickets. You might as well just, I don't know. I don't do that. We did that one year where we had to like pay for parking each time we went in and out, and that was crazy. So from then on, we just stayed at a hotel. My brother-in-law is super generous. Scott. He buys the room, and then we pay him way less than we should to stay at his place. And it's just like it makes it so easy. So I have it good. You guys don't have what I have. It's really good. He hooks us up. But for everybody else that can't do that, if you guys can afford it, stay at the place. Stay at the hotel. Building 1 is awesome. Buildings 2 is awesome. 1 and 2 are the best buildings to be at. They're right next to the convention center. The villas are cool, but they're so far away. You have to walk, especially where the con, like the actual gaming area is now. If you stay in a villa, that's where Chris and his family stay every year. You have to walk. They made a bridge, which makes it closer, but it's still a massive walk. You're walking across this little bridge across some water, which is pretty, and then you get into the convention. You're in the convention building, but you still have to walk like it's like I want to say like a quarter mile to in this convention center to finally get to where you're going, where we actually play games at. And when you're dragging like 200 pounds of games in your cart, that's not fun. And it's in the August heat when you're outside. Oh man, it's rough. Or not August heat, I guess June heat, July heat. Any hoozle. Dice Tower Con, Dice Tower East, go, do it. It's fun, very fun. O-Town couldn't be here. He'll be here next week. We had a cool stream planned. Next week we'll do it. Anyways, this is your captain signing off. Thanks for watching. I believe I've given you everything I can give you about the con. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Yeah, of those games, which one are you most curious about? Which one do you want to see played? Maybe that happens. Did you go to the con? What are your top games that you played? There's a question I should ask you guys. I'm sorry. What are your tips if you went to the con? I would love, guys, if you can teach me something, give me a tip. I'm all about tips. If it can be more efficient, comfier, cheaper, better, I'm all ears. What game should I have played? What was your favorite game for the con? What games did I miss? Maybe I was off on a game. Why? Why was I off on it? And but thank you guys for watching. This is your captain signing off, and I'll see you guys next time.